What in the world? I feel like this is not a good sign. Nope. Hey guys, welcome back to Diesel. And today we're going to go over what is in this letter that I don't know if the EPA sent it to us, but it looks like the EPA is behind it regarding emissions testing for our EcoDiesel Wrangler. So late April, a couple weeks ago, Lisa, I think I was in the house, she said, oh yeah, she got a letter addressed to her. Did you see, I got a letter from the EPA, they wanted to do some emissions testing or something on my Jeep. I was flabbergasted. I said, what? My first thought was, are they trying to sniff people out that are maybe, deleting these things or tuning them illegally, after they've been purchased, trying to delete some of the emissions or something? That is not the case at all, luckily. So what the EPA is mandating the OEMs do now is do an IUVP, in-use verification program, regulated by the Federal Clean Air Act through the EPA and the Air Resources Board, which requires vehicle manufacturers to conduct emissions tests on randomized, privately owned and leased vehicles at approximately 1 year and 4 years of service. So we got this because we have a 1-year-old 2020 Jeep Wrangler, right? So this is done through some, private company, whatever, and they want to take our Jeep for 5 to 8 weeks, give us $500 for basically 2 months of rental, and they're going to return it to you washed and scratched real nice because they'll run it through the I Hate My Car Wash for you, but they will put a full tank of fuel in it for you. So just an absolutely unresistible deal that the government is given to us, and they're going to accumulate an unknown amount of miles on it. It says 100 miles of testing, but they are going to drive it obviously to and from the testing site, which could be in California. I'm really not sure. So it says, hurry up because there's going to be so many people that want to sign up for this. And then I'm guessing they'll come put a Prius in your driveway and they will take your $60,000 vehicle and they'll go joyride in it for a couple weeks. So as you can tell, I'm not too thrilled about it, to be honest with you. It's a 60. I think if you wanted to get an EcoDiesel Wrangler, you'd probably be about 50 grand. People that are buying these are not people that are looking for a commuter car that gets them to point A to B. They're enthusiasts, they're hobbyists, they're Jeep people, they're diesel people. None of those people to me scream practicality. I'm dying for $500 to give up my vehicle for 2 months, right? They are asking you to do them an extreme favor by just giving your vehicle, your baby, to some dude that can just burn around in it for 2 months and giving you $500. I think the dollar amount that would make more sense would be about if you want 8 weeks, what does it cost to rent a top-of-the-line Wrangler for 8 weeks from Hertz or Enterprise or something? Pay us that, and then I think we'd be maybe okay with that. Give us a couple promises, X, Y, and Z. How many miles are you going to put on the thing, And Lisa's first reaction was, I'm not dying to drive around in some rental car with a full tank of fuel for 2 months, right? That's not the way it works. When you are coming to emissions tests, they're not testing gasoline vehicles. I am probably pretty sure of that. When you want to emissions test diesels, you're thinking dudes that tow with their truck, you're thinking Jeeps like this. You're going to have to pony up. You're going to have to give people a better incentive than $500 and a promise that will help people feel good because they're helping keep the air clean that we breathe. I love the emissions on this thing. I'm not going to delete the def. We might tune it just for fun, but we're not going to touch the emissions because I do love it. It's clean. Lisa likes it. Leagues ahead of my truck. But I'm not lining up to give the government this Jeep so that they can tell FCA that they duped them again, and they can put a tune on it that gives us less power and worse fuel economy, all to lower the nitrogen oxide by 2%, right? That's ridiculous. I'm not doing it. The other extremely entertaining thing about this is that this is something that must be new in the last couple of years, and if you guys haven't guessed it already, this is exactly why it's happening. because the EPA got caught with their pants down from FCA, from VW, Audi. I'm sure there's a couple other ones out there that were doing it, haven't been caught yet. And they figured out how to outsmart the government by making it run differently when it was in their labs being simulated versus when it was on the street with the end user. But here's the kicker. They didn't tune these vehicles to perform worse once they got out in the field. They tuned them to have the best fuel economy and the most power that they could. And it was just kind of a little off with the emission standards, so they said, you know what? They said, we're gonna just get it through the door with whatever we need to do, and then we're gonna give our end user the best experience possible, right? The new diesels are so clean, they're so amazing, but here's just another example of the EPA trying to put the final nail in the coffin, getting diesels off the road so you can drive an electric Jeep or something like that. I don't know, but it's quite an embarrassing overcorrection if you ask me. Now you want to take privatized individuals' vehicles and test them? Why don't they just buy up, 20 of them, have someone drive them around in a fleet for 4 years, and then take them back and test them at will? They don't need our Jeep. I can feel myself getting more worked up as I film this video, and I'm not trying to dive in and just throw dirt on something like this. As I said, obviously I like the new diesel emissions. I like the standards. I think if you want to delete it, that really doesn't affect me at all. But I think it's kind of insulting when you come and you give a financial incentive of basically, like a quarter of the actual car payment, not the rental payment, a quarter of the car payment for the entire time you want to take it up. Didn't sit well with me. I'm interested to see what a lot of you, the viewers out there, I know a lot of you guys run EcoDiesels that watch this channel. I'm interested to see what you guys think and if anyone actually is going to sign up for this program. We are not. I'm going to have Cooper test the emissions forward on me just to make sure I still get that good feeling in my heart. And we're just going to keep driving it, and I hope that nothing comes of this, because I would be pretty upset if they did in fact cheat the EPA again, and all of a sudden we all had to turn our diesels in and either get a gas Jeep or get a Jeep with, maybe 2/3 the fuel economy and a little less horsepower, but it'll clean the earth. So thanks for watching, guys. I try not to get too worked or something like this, but I think a lot of you guys will find this amusing. A lot of you guys might find it interesting and good. And if anyone wants to give their Jeep to them, I think it'd be great. I think they got to make it a little more enticing. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe. Leave any comments down below. I'd love to see what you guys have to say about the matter. I think it could be a pretty interesting topic. And that's it. We'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks for watching.
Good?
Yep. Wait. What do you think? Huh? Come here. Yeah, they smell a little bit, huh? Just a little bit of a sneeze on that one.
It's starting.
What?
Recording.
Come here. Alright, just go in, turn the key to the on, and just count to like 5, and then just start it. Come here. Okay, come here. Go like this. Okay. Now let's see what the truck is. Alright, no good. A lot bit stinky.